Claire, so just a quick video to talk through this. So there's a couple of things I just want to bring to your attention in here. So if we first go into the quota section of your survey, have a look at here. So currently the way this is set up is that you have a quota of 130 people, which is perfect, but the issue is actually the condition that's been set for this. So it's saying that if the quota, or if quota full has been met, and that's actually this quota. So basically you're saying that this quota will only increment when a response is submitted once the quota is met. So that actually doesn't quite make any sense. It's kind of contradicting itself. So what we really need to do here is we need to make sure that this will increment every time someone actually takes the survey. So to do this, all you would need to do is just remove this condition, or we can't remove it, but we need to change this condition. And the best way to make sure that everyone has taken the survey is counted is to actually add an embedded data to the very end of your survey. That's just called, you can call this whatever you want, but commonly you use, say for example, GC is equal to 1, so good complete is equal to 1, and then base it off of that embedded data. So I'm just going to click save here. I'm going to go back to the survey flow. And in here then, what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to move this embedded data field up to the very top of the survey flow. And the only reason I suggest doing this is because this is the very first thing that will be recorded, just to be 100% safe, because this is the thing that's going to be recorded from your panel company. Then what we're going to do is right down the very middle, click add new element here, and we're going to make an embedded data. We're going to move this up just above your end of survey element, and then this is where we're going to put our GC is equal to 1, so that they only get this once they've actually finished the final questions, but before they actually, the response is submitted, so that it can actually be recorded for them. So the only people who actually finish the survey will get this response. Then once we have that set up, we would just click Save Flow. I'm not going to, because I don't want to change your survey for now, but you click Save Flow, and then you go back to your quotas, and then for the condition you would say if embedded data GC is equal to 1. So you basically now you're saying only increment this quota if embedded data GC is equal to 1. The last thing then you want to do in here is that currently this is set to end the current survey session and to redirect to your quota link that your panel company has provided to you. The problem with this is that people will actually go the entire way through the survey to receive the GC before they actually realise that the quota has been met. So we're just going to have to add something, one more branch into the survey flow based off of this quota being full. So instead you would change end current survey to be none for skip logic or survey flow. Once you've changed all of that, and both the condition and what happens once the quota is met, we would click back into survey flow, and we would add a branch. So add a new element here, and add a branch. We'd move this right up to the very top of the survey. And then for the condition, we would say if quota full has been met, and OK. And if the quota has been met, we want to do an end of survey element, and this is where we would redirect to our quota full. So before they even hit the survey, before they actually have to answer any questions, they would be told that the quota has been met. And you click OK. And like I say, this would be moved up to the top, and this would actually be moved up right above this. So this should be the flow of your survey. First of all, people come in. We find their EOL ID, first of all. Then, if the quota has been met, they're going to be kicked out straight away before they actually have to answer any questions to find out. So, then, if the quota has been met, they'll go through. If they get screened out, they get screened out. If they do not get screened out, they get down to the very bottom where we will have our little embedded data field called GC is equal to 1. And once they finish the survey, your quota will increment. And once they reach that 130 people who finished the survey and got GC is equal to 1, then this branch will come into effect and people will be kicked out at the top. And that's it, you almost have it set up 100% correctly. So that's all for the setup. The only question I have for you is that in all of these links for redirecting, so both in the quota, the good complete, and also in screening questions, I just want you to ask, or if you already know this, that's great, but usually with these sort of integrations, you would need to pass the EOL ID back to the panel company so that they know exactly which person has been picked out or which person has been done this. So if you do need to pass the EOL ID back to the panel company, just let me know and I can talk about the steps in doing this. Basically, we would just need to append the EOL ID onto the end of each link that we're directing to so that that is passed back to the panel company so they know who each person is. But anyway, just find that out, and if you do need help setting that up, please just let me know.